Hold on, wait. This kid actually believes systemic racism isn't real? This one's gonna be a doozy. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ghost Effect, the brand new revamped Ghost Effect. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen the intro, I will leave it right here. Check out the intro to my brand new channel and the brand new content that we're gonna be doing right here. So I took 4th of July weekend off just to, think of some things that I'm gonna do for the channel, and my God, I started stumbling onto conservative YouTube, and holy Jesus. Literally, I lost like 1.5 million cells just looking for this shit. I mean, seriously, these people are on another level, and sometimes you have no words. You're just sitting there like just speechless. Like did you actually fucking say that shit? Did you actually say that shit? Wow. See, I've been on YouTube since 2006, and I gotta tell you guys, I don't really tread on any of the right conservative cuckoo motherfuckers. I just don't. Those people are beneath me. I have nothing to talk to them about. They are selfish, and that's it. They only think about themselves. That is the conservative motto. It is only me and nothing else. Everyone else, you. Basically, in a nutshell. But my God, when I stumble upon these conservative YouTubers, holy hell. The first one that I came across was Mark Dice. And I've never heard of this dude. I'm like, what is this guy about? So I watched maybe 2 videos of his. And I was already, this dude is gonna be on my first episode on Republicans Say the Darnest Things. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever episode of Republicans Say the Darnest Things. So as I was looking through Mr. Dice's videos, there were so many that I want to add. But there was one particularly that stood out for me, and I have to address it. This video is 8 minutes and 1 second long, so I don't have too much content to go by here, but I have enough. Trust me, I have enough. But let's see what Marky Mark has to say.
If you've tuned in to CNN or MSNBC any day of the week, any time of day or night, you would swear that Donald Trump was still the president, because all they do 24/7, 7 days a week is complain about him.
Alright, the first thing that I notice about this dude is he ain't got no lips. How you got 1.6 million subscribers? You ain't even got no lips, man. At least I got lips. Jesus, man. Continue.
At Pearl Harbor, right? We've been living through it. It's been a slow-running event, but with Trump's comments about election integrity from the beginning of the presidential cycle, we now see about 35% of our fellow Americans think that Joe Biden stole the presidency, and they're seeing that message reinforced all through their ecosystem.
I'm gonna stop his video real quick, and I'm gonna make a prediction. I've only seen this once. I don't remember anything about it, but I do remember that it stood out enough for me to make this video. I'm gonna take a wild guess right now that Marky Mark is going to mention this woman's weight. I'm predicting it right now.
First of all, people aren't seeing that message being reinforced in their social media ecosystems because only Democrats are allowed to accuse Republicans of stealing elections.
Is this dude actually talking about an election being stolen? It's your party that's investigating fraud. There is no fraud, Marky Mark.
But she is right in that we are watching democracy collapse because, as usual, the left accuses others of what they themselves are guilty of doing.
That's literally not what the left did. I have no idea what you're talking about. We're not the ones that are screaming fraud. You are! Am I insane here? I mean, what the
Last week, the Senate surprisingly voted not to form a 9/11 style commission to investigate the protest at the Capitol on January 6th. And the Democrats are very upset.
Why is that funny? Don't you want to investigate into the domestic terrorism that happened on January 6th? Probably not.
And this poor woman is so traumatized by the Trump administration and the fact that we still support President Trump that she believes she lived through a new Pearl Harbor. But speaking of war analogies, she definitely lost the Battle of the Bulge.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. How did I know? I mean, these people are literally all the same. These people are literally all the same. I knew exactly what this kid was gonna do, and he did it. Bro, I know you're not talking about somebody's looks. Please.
And speaking of the liberal media's favorite topic, January 6th, charges against the New York man have been dropped after he was initially charged with participating in the activities at the Capitol that day. Christopher M. Kelly was in D.C. that day, exercising his First Amendment right, the freedom to assemble and listen to President Trump's speech.
Well, hold on. Wait. You're talking about the First Amendment? You're talking about the freedom to assemble? Yeah, what happened when George Floyd got murdered on camera? Those people were expressing the First Amendment. But you don't see that, do you? Because, you know, people that look different from you were involved. Marky Mark.
Before the FBI decided to check whether or not the photos that he was sharing were actually taken by him, they decided to arrest him and use those photos as evidence that he had entered the building. It was only about 5 months later that they finally decided to look at the history of his GPS coordinates and saw that he did not enter the Capitol. Others who did enter the building, however, but didn't break anything, like the QAnon shaman and Joe Biggs, a Proud Boys member and former reporter from Infowars.com, are still being held in jail without bail until their trial. Held without bail now, going on 5 months for the crime of trespassing.
That's all these people think. This man just said that these people were trespassing. Trespassing. Domestic terrorists were trespassing on the Capitol. Is this... Are you not getting this, Marky Mark? Yeah, and he's talking about the QAnon shaman, the same kid that needs an organic diet and his lawyer's begging. He's not eating any jail food. Oh, he's not eating any jail food. Sure, Cupcake. My main thing here is it is astonishing. It's mind-boggling that these people are defending domestic terrorists. I mean, look at this shit. Look what these people did. And he's defending that. That is a peaceful protest to them. I mean, it's great when white people are involved. You know, that's a peaceful protest. Anybody that's not white does anything like that.
Vladimir is supposedly going to pressure Joe on the human rights abuses that his administration is engaged in, such as holding peaceful protesters in jail without bail for months and months and months until their trial.
Again, he's saying that these are peaceful protesters. Is this man living on the same planet, or am I losing my mind here? Mark, were you watching the same shit on January 6th that I was? Turn off OAnon and Fox News and watch watch your local news channel. They were probably talking about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
American citizens who commit the misdemeanor of trespassing shouldn't be held in jail for 5 months.
They weren't trespassing, Mark. It was an insurrection. There's a big difference between those. Look it up.
The cable news kooks are literally going to be complaining about January 6th every single day for at least the next 3.5 years, until at a bare minimum after the 2024 election. Seriously, have I ever been wrong? Mark my words, every single day for the next 3.5 years.
Yes, they absolutely should. And they should continue talking about it. Because this was not trespassing. This was a domestic attack. These are domestic terrorists. I mean, the FBI said that. The FBI said that white supremacists are the most dangerous terrorists that we need to worry about right now. This is from the FBI. The people you were just making fun of for holding terrorists in jail.
Let's not forget, it was Russia, Russia, Russia every single day for 3 years. It would have been 4. It would have been a whole Trump administration, but then the coronavirus sort of bumped that onto the back burner. But it was every day. Remember, 3 years. Russia, Russia, Russia.
Hey, Mark, do you know why they were talking about Russia, Russia, Russia for 3 years? Stop watching OAnon and actually do your research. I mean, Google is a free service, bro. It's free. Just look up some stuff. Look at some actual valid sources. I mean, this is... What are you, a Gen Xer? You should know how to use the internet, Mark. But yes, they were talking about it for 3 years because your president, Donald Jessica Trump, literally committed treason. He literally committed treason on a phone call. I mean, do you want to hear it again? I'll play it for you.
We all watched from the United States, and you did a terrific job.
I would like to confess to you that I had an opportunity to learn from you. We used quite a few of your skills and knowledge.
But minutes later, this conversation took a turn with a single line from Trump.
I would like you to do us a favor, though.
What Trump said next, according to a rough transcript released by the White House, forms the core of the impeachment proceedings against him.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Hey, Mark, your racism is showing. Mark, your racism is showing.
She's in therapy and she wasn't even there. Maybe one of the reasons liberals are so upset about it is that Black Lives Matter is jealous that they didn't breach the Capitol. And if they did, you know that it would have been a smoldering pile of rubble. There would have just been a broken window or some papers thrown on the floor from Nancy Pelosi's desk.
This is exactly why I picked this video to talk about this. Mark, let me explain a couple things to you, because apparently you believe that systemic racism is not real because, you know, your name is Mark and you probably have no problem getting a job, right? Mark? Let me explain some couple things to you from white man to a white man. If black people stormed up that Capitol, gas bombs wouldn't have been used. They wouldn't even have a chance to get to those windows. It would have been a bloodbath. Mark my words, Mark. I don't know what fantasy you're living in, but we're living in reality. This is the reality that it is. If black people or anybody that's not white stormed that Capitol, it would have been a bloodbath.
In other news, a city council member in Atlanta, Georgia, who is running for mayor on the platform of defunding the police, had his car stolen while he was standing 5 feet away from it.
He started to hit on the gas, Ben let go, and then the kid started to drag me in the car a half of a block.
The systemic racism is so bad that he's driving a Mercedes. It's so tough being a person of color in America.
I love how this man is just smiling as he's saying that it's so tough being a colored person in America. This man has no idea what he's talking about. He's living in some la-la land. He's living in a fantasy land. That's where most white people like him live. They're living in la la land, in the clouds, in this bubble where they think that nobody is oppressed. Everything is smooth, everything is perfect, everything is equal. Bullshit. Bullshit. I watched 3 of his videos and I was already done. I couldn't take another second of any of his content. It's mind-boggling. This, ladies and gentlemen, is dangerous. In my opinion, he's spewing so much propaganda and people are buying it. They believe this dude. It's insane. 1.6 million people watch this guy. Wow. I will leave the full video in the description below if you want to watch it. I don't know why in all that is holy would you want to watch this. I gave you snippets just now, and trust me, you don't want to watch this. But if you do, it's in the description below. But thank you all so much for watching. If you do like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be dropping videos every week, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have any ideas, if you have any content that you would like me to add to Republicans Say the Darnest Things, please drop them in the comment section. Email me at goacovers@gmail.com. I'm open to all ideas. Also, if you guys are able to, please support the content on Patreon. I do have a Patreon community. If you do want to join, the link will be in the description and at the end of this video. I hope to see you there. You'll get access to my private Discord podcast, which you can be a guest on, and much more. Also, get some merch. I got a merch store. I'm gonna leave it right here. So if you want to get some merch, support the channel on Patreon, support the channel with some merch. And I will see you guys later.